Hi and welcome to Craft with Hayley. Just wanted to show you a little technique right now, and that is using white embossing powder and then using your Blendabilities to create really fun, vivid cards. So this is a card that I'm going to show you how to make, but I've got a couple of other examples as well for you. This is one card, lots of fun. And then this is another card. So you can see they're really vibrant images, which I love. I'm a vibrant girl without doubt. Okay, so you want to take yourself a black piece of cardstock. Now I'm using mine at 14 centimetres by 10 centimetres. I'm just rubbing across it with my embossing buddy. That's just to try and stop getting any excess embossing powder where I don't want it. So if you get lots of little bits in your embossing, that might be something to consider. I'm then just going to use Versamark and my Petite Petals. Now Petite Petals is a stamp set I love, and I keep going back to it again and again and again. So I'm just going to randomly stamp over my paper. You won't see a lot of this, but hopefully you will when it comes out. Okay, so I'm just going to add about 6 stamped images. Now if you wanted to, you could do these separately and you could do them each one at a time and then go back to it. You know me, anything for quick and easy is going to be better. Okay, I'm just going to pop a piece of scrap paper below so that I can catch my embossing powder to grab it afterwards. So I'm just going to sprinkle the embossing powder all the way over. Okay, so you can see, because I always like to give mine a little flick from behind because that always helps. So I'm just going to put that to one side, but it'll be nice and easy to scoop up later. Okay, then I'm just going to quickly emboss those. So excuse the hairdryer noise. If you can, try and keep the embossing tool steady and watch it chase the embossing as it heats up. So that's now done. We can move it along. It's quite tempting to use a heat tool the same as we do our hairdryer, but if you can try to avoid that, it stops you overheating in certain areas and underheating in other areas where you get a few loose pieces, and that's never good. Okay, so just going to follow that around. Doesn't take long. And last little one down the bottom here. Okay, so you can see that's turned really quickly. Now if you wanted to, you could sprinkle each of those with different colour embossing powders. So, you know, there's lots of ways of getting this kind of effect. But for me, I just wanted something quick and simple. Again, those of you that have crafted with me before will know I like simple crafting. Nothing too accurate, nothing too... Well, I say nothing too messy. I do messy, but... So then I'm just going to grab 3 of my Blendabilities. Now, the beauty of the Blendabilities is because they're alcohol ink, it will sit on top of the embossing powder and it will just change the colour. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the opposite end to the end I normally colour with. So for me, I normally colour with the marker end. So I'm going to use the brush. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back, and for the eagle-eyed amongst you, you'll realise that I've had a bit of a technical error because my camera ran out of memory for some reason, and so my stamped images are now in a different order. So I won't try and pretend I didn't do that because I did. So where did I get to? I'm going to use the brush end for my colouring. I explained why, but yeah, yeah. So we'll carry on. So I'm just going to take my colouring over the top and just colour over the image. I don't need to be too careful, although it does show slightly on the black, so I'm not just scribbling, but I'm not, you know, being overly accurate either. Okay, so just taking each colour at a time. So that's my pumpkin pie. Okay. Because the alcohol is sitting on the top of the marker, do beware that it will leave brush strokes. So if you've got brush strokes on the top, it will stay with those brush strokes. So do be careful. It's not like when you colour on a porous surface where the brush marks just disappear with the alcohol ink. These just sit on the top of the surface. So, you know, you do need to just kind of keep an eye on what it looks like. Okie dokie. So I'm just finishing this off, and I'll just take my last marker in there. Now I really love this effect, and I know it's got nothing to do with fireworks, but it reminds me of fireworks, and I think that's because it's such vibrant colours, which are just beautiful. So I just used the last colour, and that's the blue. Okay, now the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed in the original sample there were some coloured rhinestones scattered in amongst my flowers, and the way I did that was to grab my rhinestones and my pen and to just colour them, because that's the beauty of again the Blendabilities, the alcohol ink. It will stick to lots and lots of surfaces. Look how pretty they are, pretty. So I'm just going to sprinkle them in between. Oh, you can't see that, it's too high up, sorry about that. There we go. So sprinkle those in between. And then I would just go back to the finished product once more, just so you can see. And I don't know about you, I love it. I just think how vibrant and pretty. That would just make me smile if that came in the post, because it's just so colourful and lovely. So I hope you like those, and I'll just show you the other two samples again. So there's one, and there's two. So I do hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel below, and I'll be back soon with some more crafting for you. Bye.